can take your leaflets and open them to the middle page. We're going to pray or to think ahead about how we'd like the world to be and how we'd like our institutions and our governments to be in seeing people, not statistics, not money, but people. And ask you, if you can, you may not be able to move easily, that's fine, you can do it in your imagination. But if you can turn round, turn to face Westminster Abbey. And we're going to say, at the end of each section, we're going to say the words in bold together. Let's pray or bear in mind the families of those who've suffered because of cuts and assessments. For disabled people still suffering or despairing, fearing the loss of their benefit, the lack of work, of cuts in care. Praying and thinking of those who support them. We stand together in compassion and concern. And we turn to face the Supreme Court, the place where judgments take place.
For those who interpret and uphold the law, for justice and compassion, for those without resources and power and opportunity, for an end to discrimination and violence against disabled people. We stand together. We stand together for justice and for peace.
We turn to face the Treasury, which represents the executive arm of government, that big building over there. We think and pray for those who execute government policy, for those who make decisions in national and local government about the use of resources, that they may take into account the effects on people of what they do. We think of those who tick boxes rather than care for others. For all those in our society who make money more important than people. We stand together. We stand together for truth and equality. And we turn to face the Mother of Parliaments, the place where our lawmakers work.
For those who govern us and make our laws, that through the clamour of many voices they may hear and respond to the quiet suffering of many in our society. For a new deal for disabled people and an end to assessments which demean and distress them. For those who prefer dogma or ambition to compassion. For resolution in Parliament that everyone, able-bodied or impaired, must be able to play a full part in our society. For all of us in this country not to rest content until lawmakers act to put right what is wrong for disabled people. We stand together. We stand together for fullness of life for all.
Sophie Partridge is going to come and do a dramatic monologue for us. Would you please welcome Sophie?